a lot of young guys, looks like they control their weight good. You've seen the young guys, I would say, look better than the old guys, honestly. So that was big to see. They handled the pressure well. So I love what they got going there. And that's the thing about Dresser. He really doesn't, if there was a guy to wrestle for Carr, he was going to throw him out there, so.
And Uten's, he's a real deal too.
Yeah. Ohio state champ, a couple times state champ. So yeah, he looked good. He just, Carr's David Carr. So
what did you guys think of the Frost twins?
Frost twins are what we thought they were going to be, just real smart wrestlers, I think. Be able to control the action, where we were just talking about Grice, right? That Grice matchup. Grice is lets it fly a little bit more and keeps things for open space, but Frost has wrestling almost like he's a junior in college, where he just has a smart mat awareness, where not willing to like go crazy because you feel like you got to score, right? You're trying to make a point.
They look good shape too.
Yeah,
they look great. They wrestled like veterans. Like I was just so like getting takedowns late in the periods, riding them out, not letting them up. Like they wrestled like they've been in college for 5 years. It looked like, and that was like so impressive. Like I would say those guys stole the show. Really, at the end of the day, you beat a round of 12 guy, and then you beat Grice, which we don't know much about yet, but I know he can turn it on too. So those are two tough wrestle-offs that go out there in front of a crowd and show up and probably both be the underdogs, especially at 141 by a lot. So
we got to talk about 149. I think we knew that was going to be the one that everybody would be paying attention to, and then Echemendia wins. Which
do you think it was two, Tony?
I can see both ways. I think in the live, I was on the call a little bit off and on. In the live action, I thought it was two or three, I guess, right?
Yeah,
three at the time.
Yep.
But Frost, obviously, right in the action, and there's a little bit of reaction time there too. He looked at it probably 6 times. I was doing the live stream too, so he was the one like rewinding it. So watching it with him, I could see how he made no call. But if he makes a call on the mat as a 3, I think he can't switch it either way. It was that close of 2 or not 2, 3 or 3. That's just, I'm not going to get used to that yet. But
yeah,
that reaction time's kind of like critical in that whole situation there. So for that being a new rule, it's kind of funny that's already played into like things like wrestle offs.
Yeah, I just wasn't expecting there to be a review. Like we didn't talk about having that. Me as the producer, I guess.
They threw in another match too.
Yeah, it was an exhibition match ahead of time. I had no idea that literally happened 15 minutes before we went live. So I don't know if he saw something in practice that week.
I was actually gonna text you like, "Hey, dude, the overlays are," but I was like, "He's definitely already got that text."
Yeah,
like I was gonna tell you that it was, hey, you got the wrong names up there.
Yeah, we did not know that, and that's what I like about Wrestle Offs, because it's a little bit more raw than like if we were gonna go stream Iowa State versus Iowa, right? It'd be real polished and it would be perfect. But this is more like you feel like you're in the action, I guess. You're part of the process. And you got to see that with that Echemendia and Swiderski. Like we've heard about them fighting in the room and not liking each other, and
they don't like each other at all.
Yeah, I think
I don't know what it is, but I don't. They
have
don't.
Ever seen that? Have you ever seen that before?
Oh yeah, Casey's kind of
Well, with your teammates, like back in the day, was there? Because my thing is like, as a coach, how do you manage that?
I think it's good and it's bad. You put each other against each other one day, and like it's going to be a fight. For sure. I know when.
What about every day? You think they should go every day?
Maybe not every day, especially not every day, though. I don't even know if they'll ever make it to the mat if they go every day. But, come this Saturday or, this week and you're putting those two together, like, it's going to be a fight. They're going to push each other. And, that Echemendia got the better of Swiderski. And, I'm sure Swiderski's going to want to have a say in that.
Were you surprised by that?
The biggest thing for me is, like, you haven't seen Echemendia on a mat really, and like on a team. I know he's wrestled a couple opens. I watched him in the Grandview Open lose to Robinson, and I was like, I thought just watching him from Ohio State, he came a long ways, and because he was right in that match, he probably should have won that match too. But you didn't know what you're gonna get. There's a lot of talk and kind of a little buzz. Even Dresser even said in a media day or in an interview, like, Echemendia's in there too. Like, don't forget about him. So it'll be obviously, going in the gambling thing, kind of see how, Iowa State's team plays out, what happens if you throw Pinheiro in there as well? So that's something to, think about. Does one go up? Does one stay down? And do they just both fight for the 49 spot? So
imagine if it was 33 Redding, 41 Swiderski, 49 either Etchemendia or Pinheiro. I think that's
in a perfect world.
In a perfect world, but I don't think that's going to happen, huh?
I think Dresser's going to push for it for sure. And
you think so?
Yeah, St. John's really good at like getting them down the weight. And I think there's going to be a push for it. Obviously, they probably already, weight certified. Maybe there had to been talk about it now, especially, after the wrestle offs. I think Dresser's big on, wrestle offs are wrestle offs, they're real. That's why I think he brings a crowd in, but he likes to throw them in tournaments together and see like who can make, the tournament, because that's the most real.
Like how much can you really base your lineup off of wrestle offs when they see each other every day?
Right. Exactly. I mean, they're hard. And I mean, if you go to the Daktronics Open and Swiderski takes first or second and Etchemendia takes fourth, like you're not going to wrestle Etchemendia, right?
No.
So, I think they're going to, especially at those weights, they're going to probably throw them three into a couple open tournaments. But I mean, their first tournament's Cleveland State here, and I wonder who goes first.